Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. 45. Right. Check. 45. Right. Check, check. Lucky. Patch it. Deuce. Let's go. Deuce.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Haskins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Redskins' 35-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go team, spill.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 29.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll run it here with Portis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Gator. Kill. Topper. Go.
2nd and 11. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now Haskins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Kill. Turn.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Double dog. That's the way.
Again, it's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Let's get it.
We're scoreless after 1. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Blue draw quarters. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Let's get this. Ready?
Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Go on. Rock it. Hey, Delta. Hey, watch it. Deep grip.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, go now. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
From the 24, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
All right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Let's go. Bravo. 53 to Mike. High seven. Wild Bill. Check 52.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert 3. Check 53. Cut. Hey, switch gears.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the slant. Spine. 80 weapon. Hey, exit.
Back to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. We got to get the ball.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to fire one deep up. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready? 53, check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And this one complete to Reed. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
And the Redskins first down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
On first down, it's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw, Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Looking deep for Gabriel. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check 99. Check 53's mine. Check 53's mine.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike 58 right there. Hey. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Redskins scoop it. Oh, he's hit. The ball's out. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And the Redskins first down.
53, Mike. Why? Get wide.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
54. I got him.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 23 yards to pick up there. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montez Sweat make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now back to throw. Caught by Montgomery. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Finds his target, Montgomery. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's second and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Check 26, check 26. Watch twist, watch twist.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Benardrick McKinney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Check 37. Check 37. Kill. Drop. Turn it out. Whip. Watch the whip.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check. Watch the twist. Tight dog.
And to give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Redskins send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Get it. 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Blue draw Corkers. Hit it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Washington, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.